there is this article from Hivon. They have a couple good points if you guys want to look at this article. It says like you can compare the prices of mid-range MSI card. Used to cost no more than $192, but today it sells for an average of $298, implying that the prices of GPUs are actually going back up, not going down, and not even staying at their lower prices that they hit at the bottom. So can you expect GPU prices to go down? It says, here's the reasons. In 2023, it says, firstly, a graphics card has never been an affordable purchase. This is especially the case for more powerful models used by miners and gamers. In fact, manufacturing graphics cards is a costly business, with companies investing billions of dollars in development and production facilities. However, by the end of 2021 and beginning of 2022, we witnessed a significant increase in price for all GPUs. This was especially vivid if to look at the secondhand market. And many interested users are wondering if GPU prices will ever decrease or if we should prepare ourselves for a prolonged crisis. So to find the answer to when will graphics card prices drop question, we must discuss the reasons behind them. It brings up the pandemic. Logistics were disrupted as many companies shut down or suspended operations. Many employees began working remotely, requiring more office equipment. That is true, including computers and laptops. And this is actually extremely true in probably industries some people aren't aware of. I work in IT, and one of the things I noticed is that the move off of VDI servers and onto laptops and or desktops for jobs that have any sort of drafting or graphics work or like architecture engineering. So as opposed to before, where those users would go into the office, usually have like a small like computer or like a laptop with no GPU on it, then they would connect and then just utilize like the VDI servers, which is like your virtual desktop environments, for processing all of that. Now they're doing it at home. So there was a huge increase in just that, the need for, all of those industries to move over to actually picking up graphics cards, which I thought was interesting. And that actually has become, it's still being deployed now, right? Like that hasn't slowed down. So a lot of the GPUs are going to those industries as well. Yeah. And then they say shortage of workers and people became more interested in video games while isolated at home. I don't know how true that is or how much of impact that has. I don't think it really does, but I'd have to look at the numbers. I don't think the Steam numbers really increased that much, but I'd have to look.
I think that people that were already interested in gaming were already gaming. Yeah. I think the gaming industry is just a slow increase. It's not no drastic spikes. It's
a weird one too, because like I think gaming has gone downhill probably. It's been going downhill for the past decade, probably, in my opinion. Like I always look at like 2012 as the golden age when like everything came out. That was like where innovation hit and then everything kind of stopped right there, and it moved into how do we monetize this better. And then it was like, okay, Call of Duty 23 is out and we have a battle pass in it now, so now I can't even unlock everything unless I buy something every quarter.
I think 100% that I think that the quality of games that have been coming out recently is horrible.
I mean, like, I'd honestly,
it's all the same model. It's like the battle pass, microtrans, and the whole gaming industry is kind of sick of it, but no one's innovating anything different. So
yeah, and the games that I like to play fine on my Steam Deck. Right? Yeah. Like I just go back and play like BioShock 1, 2, and 3 over and over again, and Deus Ex, and like I haven't. And then the newer games that I like have all been like indie games that run on that fine. What is it? Dead Cells, stuff like that, right? Like the side scrollers. So like I'm not sure. I could say right now I would be happy with all the games I play on having still like a GTX 970.
Yeah.
I wouldn't feel like I need to upgrade.
Yeah, I don't really play anything. I play all my old. I like my old games. Yeah, from playing games on my PS3, and I like all the old. The only thing new that I played in like the past decade is I've been playing the new Halo a lot, which came out forever ago. and then that's pretty much it. I don't really game that much at all. But and then I played a lot of PUBG. I like PUBG a lot. But
I'm a big gamer, but I haven't I don't know. Hogwarts Legacy has been kind of fun, but
yeah,
it's still Hogwarts Legacy is like the example of like everything that I've talked about wrong with the gaming industry, which is like it's literally it just takes all of the elements of like open world and just puts the Harry Potter skin over it. So it's like I feel like I'm just playing like another GTA just in the Harry Potter universe. It's like it's all the same mechanics, right? Go here, do this, add all these side missions in. They're usually pretty boring. Go gather 10 of this and 20 of that.
Yeah.
I don't need
it's all the same. I mean, we've seen like Assassin's Creed and Ubisoft do that model for the past 10 years.
Yeah.
It's like it's the exact same thing. It's like we want something different.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what it feels like. But hopefully the gaming industry gets better.
Established in 2017, Octominer is an international mining hardware company. They manufacture and engineer the best mining equipment in the industry and supply rigs to some of the largest mining farms around the world. Their GPU mining rigs also integrate with the top crypto operating systems like HiveOS, MinerStat, and Simple Mining. All parts come with an international 1-year warranty. Exciting news! They will be adding ASIC miners for sale to their website soon and launching a new product built specifically for ASIC home miners. Please visit octominer.com or email support@octominer.com for questions.
That being said, it goes on to mining. It talks about how the mining trend has reached its peak. To mine crypto, you need powerful computer equipment. And it talks about like that increasing the demand, and then the scalping demand, and then the professional demand. So when it gets down to when my GPU prices decrease, it says first, the reason for the dip in demand and consequently in price is perhaps the high volatility of cryptocurrency. A sharp increase in value always turns into stagnation. After the crypto price drops, graphics cards will have much less interest. Some miners will resort to selling their equipment to offset their losses. And then the second reason is time. The acute phase of the pandemic will pass, logistics will recover, companies will start up, and chips will be produced in larger quantities. I'm not so sure this is true. And when there is no such demand for graphics cards, scalpers will reduce their activity. Another reason for the price recovery. One of the first things that goes when economy is doing poorly is like your entertainment. And GPUs outside of mining are utilized for entertainment, right? So you would expect that with the downturn of the economy and so on, that we would already see this going into downward trend, and you're not really seeing it. I don't know. And then what's the incentivization of AMD and NVIDIA building more chips to reduce prices? Because then we get into like the two previous reports, both AMD and NVIDIA caught for price manipulation already. Yeah. By restricting access.
Yeah, they are a company. They want more money. Like that's just like how they operate. Like when you get to the size they are, it's hard for like the board of that company to not just be like, yeah, we want to just rake as much money as we can. Mm-hmm. And I mean that's their goal. So it's like they're not gonna produce more chips to lower prices. They don't care about that. They just care about their margins.
So it says that the pandemic is gradually slowing down and vaccines have been developed to combat the disease. I guess we're going to get shadow banned again. In this regard, suspended production facilities are being reopened, but restoring production levels will take some time. Political and weather conditions, which have been less than favorable, have also played a significant role. Typhoons, increased humidity, and some thawing in the political arena give hope for improvement in the situation of the market for silicon elements. I don't know that that's true either. Like, do you feel like the political front is calming down?
I mean a little bit, but I mean it's a completely different political front.
Bit.
Like, Well, like the COVID stuff is not that big of a deal anymore, but like it's the political stuff that's going on it's never been bigger than it has been, in my opinion.
Because we have to worry about, I mean, on the state side for GPU pricing, at least we have to worry about tariffs and all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think those are getting removed, are they?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Probably.
I thought they were going up or something. Anyways, I need to look into that. I won't speak out of turn on that. So check what GPU you have. Checklist if your video card has been installed for a long time and you want to know if it's up to date today. Blah blah blah. When researching models, we don't really care how to overclock. They just go through that. And their conclusion says, recent trends give us hope that GPU prices will drop once production and logistics are stabilized and there is a sufficient number of graphics cards available on the market. Miners will be able to breathe a sigh of relief, buy the model they want at a reasonable price. For now, the only way out is to overclock the GPU within reasonable limits to get more performance out of them. I disagree with all of this. So right now, you should be underclocking everything, okay? Because you should be getting the best performance per watt, hash rate wise. Period. End of story. If overclocking gets you that and it actually is more palatable for you to overclock, then sure, I can understand that. In most cases right now, most of the algorithms I play with, that's not the case. And I completely disagree that we'll have GPU prices dropping.
Yeah, I disagree too. I think that this is we saw the low. Like is already. I mean, right? They've already come up a little bit because I think 3070s were around the $300 range, and now they're like back to the $350, $400 range.
Right.
So, and the reason they dipped that low is because all the miners selling. But now pretty much the selling from mining is over. The big dip anyway. There's still people selling, obviously, but there's still people buying now. So, I think that we're there. We're at the bottom, and I don't think we won't see it dip down unless like a ton of people start selling again or they come out with new cards. I mean, that's the only thing that drives the price down.
Well, and we also have the issue of Bitcoin being accelerated, right? So the Bitcoin halving now has been accelerated to April of 2024 from December of 2024. Meaning we're looking at a much quicker cycle this time. I do have a theory that the cycle might slow down and get delayed. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.